I'm not sure about Alaska, but they grow in every state of the country. These are those dinner plate size flowers. I will walk over because I have to show you the size of the flowers. This is my hand. Now, granted, I have a pretty big hand, but look at the size of these freaking flowers. They call them dinner plate hibiscus because they're that big. Look at the size of these. $17.95 in free shipping and handling. You're gonna absolutely love these. Rochelle, I'll let you take it away. These are gorgeous. Oh, but real quick, two varieties. I have it available in airbrush or vintage vine. I'm gonna call airbrush the brighter pink one. I got airbrush effect or vintage wine. That's what I have, 808943. That's what I've got. All right, but anyway, one is gonna be darker, one's gonna be a little bit lighter. Go ahead, Rochelle.
Yeah, I have to say, I love both of these colors. They are so pretty. They would go really well with your roses, by the way. These are going to love a spot in your garden where maybe you have either by irrigation means a good amount of moisture, or maybe you have a problem spot. A lot of people have that where there maybe is a little drainage issue or water sets. And the reason for that is because these are native to North America, and the place that they're native to is our swamplands and boggy areas. So they've been bred to have these giant dinner plate sized blooms. So they're really, really showy. But because they're native plants, they support our ecosystem and they grow really well throughout the US. So you don't have to worry about, having something be invasive or anything like that. You get these big, amazing flowers, and they are not only beautiful in your garden, but good for your garden and everything around you. And as I just said, if you have a wet spot, these are great for that because they actually really like that wet feet sort of thing. And what you're going to get for that, giving them lots of water and nutrients and what they want, is these just absolutely enormous flowers. We talk about them, calling them the 65-mile-an-hour plant, because if somebody's driving by your house at 65 miles an hour, they're going to notice these. They are absolutely not going to miss them because these are such a big wow moment. If you don't want that going on in your garden, you don't want people asking you about them, don't get these. But this is what you're going to get. Similar to the roses, you're going to get what we call a bare root stalk. And it's going to feel a little different than the roses. These little stems, it's like the whole thing feels kind of like fresh carrots, like a bag of carrots. You're going to plant it up to where it's very obviously the top is the one sticking up and there's a little bit of a dirt line. You're just going to plant it in the ground like that. These are heat activated. So if you are up north, like I am here in Boston, they're a little bit more of a late season plant because they really don't get going until the soil gets nice and warm. If you want to accelerate that, I would say put them in a container. Last year, I don't know if you remember, if you watched, I had a couple here that I planted in February and March, and by April, they were 3 feet tall. That's because they were sitting right here and they got nice and warm right away. Whereas my outdoor ones, they didn't get going like that until like July. So just so you know, it's a heat activated thing, but once they get going, you're going to get these amazing blooms. They're such a wow moment. I had mine in containers. As I said, I started them here, and I had them with grasses, and it was just like one day after the next was a new bloom. These blooms last a day. They come on and they just keep coming, and they were so showy and gorgeous. My favorite are the red ones. I had a bunch of the red ones last year, and they sat at the top of my driveway, and every time I drove up to my house, it was just like, wow, look at that. I mean, they're just amazing.
You know what amazes me too is when they start to grow, because I have hibiscus on my porch and patio. You've seen mine. Mine's the braided one. The number of buds, once they start budding, there's like 15, 20, 30 buds every single day. And the reason it does that is because, remember, hibiscus flower only opens up for 24 hours, right? One day, and then it drops off, and then the other ones come up. So every day you're gonna have new fresh flowers opening up. You'll have them at different stages. I don't know if you can see on this one right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, there's 17, there's gotta be 30 buds on this already, okay? And those are gonna open up every day. You get your 1-year warranty with this. It is less than $18. It's free shipping and handling if you wanna pick it up. I love what Rochelle said, and you're right. If you don't want something that's gonna be showy, don't buy this. If you don't want people saying, oh my gosh, what is that thing on your patio? And by the way, I like them in containers. That's the way I like it, because you can move it around. If you don't like that, don't buy it. But boy, if you want people to be stopping and saying, wow, what a garden, 808-943, that's the one that you want. Rochelle, thank you, my dear. Good to see you, as
You're
always.
Welcome.
Appreciate it.
As always.
Short and sweet.
See you soon.
All right, hon, take care.
See you
All
later.
right, see ya. 808-943-17.95. And as with all our flowers and all our plants, free shipping and handling on those as well. Can I, should I just walk over? Come on. All right, so a lot of you say to me, Guy, I don't have space for a garden. I live in an apartment, or I'm in a condo. I have a little bit of a